Armin decides to join the Survey Corps to be with his friends. One of the top 10 recruits suggests that Armin join the military police instead, but he refuses, saying he will go with his friends no matter what. She tells him, "You are weak, but you have strong courage." He replies, "You are kind, but we don't want to risk our lives." Connie stands by them, saying, "What is this nonsense about courage and kindness? We don't have time for this now." The conversations end, and most of the recruits join the Survey Corps, including Connie and others who had connections with Eren, like Reiner and Emer. After long preparations, the day finally arrives for their first expedition. The gates open, and Eren shouts at the top of his lungs. They all set off to liberate humanity. The plan, proposed by Commander Erwin, is called the Long-Range Scouting Formation. This plan involves moving through vast territories using a specific method. The soldiers are divided and placed in specific positions. The front line of the formation is the scouting team, which detects Titans first. When one of them spots a Titan, they fire a red smoke signal in the Titan's direction. Those who see the signal also fire the same red signal, allowing the commander to pinpoint the Titan's location and direct the soldiers using a green smoke signal. This ensures the formation moves safely without encountering Titans. However, sometimes abnormal Titans appear, ignoring the scouts and breaking through the formation. If anyone sees them, they fire a black smoke signal and must eliminate the abnormal Titan quickly to prevent it from disrupting the formation. They manage to eliminate one abnormal Titan near Armin, but the situation is far from over. The massacre begins. The men are still finishing off the Titans when they spot another Titan approaching from afar. They are surprised at how it managed to cover such a distance without any of the scouts stopping it. It must be one of the abnormal Titans. As they discuss, the Titan reaches them with incredible speed. It's a female Titan. The first time they've encountered a female Titan, they fire a black smoke signal. Two soldiers try to intercept her, but without warning, they are killed in seconds. The female Titan looks at Armin and charges at him. He is stunned, almost losing his mind from the force of her steps. His horse flies, and he falls. The Titan approaches him, reveals his face, confirms his identity, and then leaves him. Armin is shocked, realizing that this is not just a Titan but a human inside a Titan's body, similar to Eren. He meets Jean and another soldier, telling them that the female Titan is not normal and is likely a human. He suspects that the Colossal and armored Titans are also humans and that they are working together against humanity. Armin believes the female Titan is searching for someone specific. Jean says Eren is in the left front, but Armin says he is in the rear. They realize Eren changed his position in the plans because he knew there were traitors and spies among them. Armin tells them it is impossible for Eren to be in the front in unsecured areas. Eren is likely in the most secure place, the center rear. They agree to stop the female Titan. They attack her, but she is incredibly strong and defeats them all. She is about to kill Jean when Armin intervenes, telling Jean to avenge their friend Eren. The female Titan hears this and stops, thinking Eren is dead. Reiner then attacks her alone. She grabs him and squeezes him hard. The soldiers are terrified, but Reiner manages to escape with incredible strength. The female Titan heads towards the center rear, where Eren is. Reiner, Armin, and Jean stay in their positions, waiting for someone to come for them as their horses are dead. Krista arrives with horses, and they manage to leave. They discover that the entire right wing has been annihilated, but the green smoke signal continues, indicating the operation is still ongoing. The soldiers are confused about how to continue the mission without the scouting team. Commander Erwin seems to have a plan. They approach the forest and receive orders to expand to the forest's edges and prepare for a counterattack, preventing any Titan from entering. Only the central line will enter the forest. Eren is confused, and moments later, the female Titan appears. She is incredibly fast, almost catching them in seconds. The situation is dire, and everyone loses their nerves. They ask Captain Levi for permission to attack her, but Levi tells them to stay put until he gives the order. Eren questions how they can continue while people are dying around them. He wants to transform into a Titan and attack her alone. His friends try to stop him, but he insists. Levi tells him, "You are not wrong. If you want to transform, do it. Either trust yourself or trust me and the Survey Corps." Eren chooses to trust Levi and continues with them. In her speed, but without warning, we found hooks and wires coming from everywhere. It was a trap set by Commander Erwin to capture the female Titan. Erwin knew everything. It turned out that the mission's goal was to capture the spy among them, the same person who killed Hank's Titans. Erwin tells the soldiers to take his horse and go to a safe place while he stays behind. He tells Levi that they sacrificed many soldiers to capture this Titan and hopes they can benefit from it this time. The female Titan is immobilized, and Levi stands on her head, taunting her. However, she surprises them all by letting out a deafening scream heard throughout the forest. Suddenly, numerous Titans from all directions directions rush towards her. The soldiers fight the Titans, but their numbers are overwhelming. The Titans tear the female Titan apart. At this point, Eren decides to retreat and the mission fails. He orders Levi to recharge his gas and replace his blades, suspecting that the person inside the Titan is still alive and has escaped. Meanwhile, Armin's team sees a smoke signal and thinks it's from Levi, indicating their location. However, a person arrives and kills one of them. It's not Levi, it's the spy who was inside the female Titan. Within seconds, he transforms again. Eren wants to transform too, but his friends stop him, telling him to trust them and let them handle it. Eren agrees and steps back. They attack the Titan, managing to blind it and cut off its arms. Eren exclaims, "Yes, that's Levi's squad." They disfigure the Titan's face, but it quickly regenerates one eye and chases after them. One of the soldiers, in despair, attacks the Titan alone but is killed. The Titan has a strange ability to harden parts of its body. Eren, filled with rage, decides to transform and screams loudly in the forest. Mikasa hears him and rushes to his aid. Levi also hears and heads towards the sound. Eren fights the Titan furiously, but Levi arrives to find his comrades dead. Eren knocks down the Titan and tries to kill it, but it uses its hardened body to strike him. Eren is stunned, and the Titan prepares to eat him. Mikasa arrives and screams for Eren, but it's too late. The Titan eats Eren, leaving Mikasa in deep sorrow. Mikasa, enraged, attacks the Titan relentlessly. Levi intervenes, telling her to distract it while he attacks from behind. Levi, with incredible speed, blinds the Titan and cuts its body. The Titan, realizing its nape is exposed, tries to protect it, but Levi stops Mikasa from attacking. He quickly reaches the Titan, opens its mouth, and pulls Eren out. They return to the walls, filled with failure and sorrow. People say they didn't last a day, and many died. The next day, Commander Erwin and the remaining members of the Survey Corps are summoned for an investigation. It seems they want to place Eren under the military police's custody. The Survey Corps prepares to head to the capital. Erwin has a plan to smuggle Eren so that the military police won't take him and dissect him. On their way, they will pass through a district where there will be military police soldiers, including a girl named Annie, who is Armin's friend. They plan to use her presence to help them smuggle Eren. The next day, Armin tells Annie everything and asks for her help to escape the city. Annie is surprised but agrees to help them. They reach an underground place, but Annie refuses to go down with them. Eren and Armin try to persuade her, but she remains adamant. Armin then reveals everything, asking why she had Marco's maneuvering gear during the investigation of the two killed Titans. Marco was their friend in the squad but died a horrible death, and no one knew how he died. Armin accuses her of killing the Titans and sparing him because he thought she was kind. The shocking revelation is that Annie is the female Titan. The plan, orchestrated by Erwin, was to lure her into the tunnel and capture her, as she wouldn't be able to use her powers underground. If she didn't go down, Eren would transform and capture her himself. Annie, realizing their intentions, refuses to go down and gets angry, telling them to let their swords do the talking. She starts laughing hysterically, telling Armin that he won the bet before and didn't kill her, but now her bet begins. Annie tries to transform, but many soldiers restrain her. However, she has a ring with a blade and cuts herself, transforming into the female Titan. Eren is supposed to transform but hesitates, still unable to believe Annie is the female Titan. Annie starts destroying the tunnel, and Eren, still unable to transform, is buried under the rubble. Armin and Jean try to motivate him, reminding him of all the people who died for him and humanity's freedom. Eren, filled with rage, finally transforms and attacks the female Titan with unprecedented fury. The female Titan, scared, tries to escape, but Eren chases her, hitting her with all his might. She uses his rage against him, kicking him and breaking his leg, but he doesn't give up and continues to fight. She hardens her fists and beats him until he is exhausted, then tries to escape. Eren, determined not to give up, vows to defeat her. Eren, consumed by rage, ignites with fire and power. He charges at the female Titan, knocking her down. His Titan body burns with anger and hatred towards Annie and her betrayal. The female Titan tries to climb the wall to escape, but Eren doesn't let her. He cuts off her fingers, causing her to fall. He then bites her neck, pulling her out of her Titan form. Annie is shocked and starts crying. Annie activates her hardening ability, encasing herself in an extremely tough crystal-like shell. Levi arrives quickly, pulling Eren out of his Titan form. Despite their efforts, they can't break through Annie's hardened shell. The battle in the district caused immense destruction, with many people dead and buildings destroyed, all for nothing. Commander Erwin is summoned for an investigation into these events. What will be the fate of the Survey Corps and Eren after their failed mission? Will Eren be able to control his power? And what is the fate of those who can transform into Titans? Finally, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and stay tuned for the summary of the second season of Eren's story. Peace.